this is a really personal and touchy subject to me. It is it's pretty much my life story. I think I should start setting the moods in all my videos. What's a good mood color for we're just talking about your life? Okay, we need some decorations and stuff. I just feel like, you know, I would do a little animation of like, but, you know, I'm not about to do that. Okay, so let's just go blue. Okay. So this is the story of my life. When I don't know exactly what age. I think it was like past the age of like 6 or whatever, because I do remember being in, I don't remember if I went to like, kindergarten or whatever they call it, preschool. I don't think I did that. But I remember being around 5. You're in like reception. And in reception you play games and you do toys and you learn a little bit, you know, like the tiniest amount of stuff, like 1 plus, maybe not even 1 plus 1. Like you learn that color's yellow and that color's green and that's yeah, but yeah, I had friends in like in like reception. Like I remember doing like a puppet show with these little like stick puppets with a girl called Rebecca. I remember exactly what she looks like. Like if I saw her now, I would know it's her. She probably doesn't even remember me. How sad's that? So yeah, I think it was from the age of like 6 upwards. I used to get bullied a lot. I lived around, I don't know if I should say this. I don't live there currently, but basically where I was living, there wasn't too many black kids within the school, and that was an issue. I never really got to socialize with my kind, and for that meant that all the kids would like pick on me because I wasn't the same color as them. But I never saw color as an issue. I thought everyone was the same, you know? You don't look, I never looked at myself in the mirror and asked, you know, why am I this color or whatever, until I started getting bullied. And I think it was at one point that I like told my mum I didn't like being black anymore, and I find that so sad. Because being black is like beautiful. Like I wouldn't change my skin color for the world right now, but I do remember like just not wanting to be black. I think when it got to the age of 13, 12. I can't remember what age you start secondary school. No, wait, we should probably go into primary school first. Yeah, so we moved a couple times. We moved schools couple times, houses, schools, you know, there's a lot going on. And I think my last primary school I did get picked on a bit. I know this one girl, another girl called Rebecca, not the same Rebecca, she was like, oh, why are you black? I'm like, I just am, you know, I can't explain it. It's just like I don't find an issue with it. And I remember, oh, this is so, you know, I don't want to cry, but I remember just, you know, when you touch something and then someone's just like so afraid to touch it because you touched it. Oh gosh, it's actually making me sad. I remember like when like I would pick up this phone and I'd put it back, whatever, and no one would want to touch it because, you know, I touched it, whatever. I did make friends in primary school, obviously. I made a group of friends, and they were like, I think I would say they impacted my life quite a bit, and they definitely boosted my confidence up until I had to start secondary school. And I think one of the reasons I was so afraid of leaving primary school was because none of my friends were going to the same secondary school as me, and it's not even just the change, but it's the people I was more scared of, and their expectations and their thoughts of me. And I think that's why I am the way I am today, and I don't like high expectations, and I find it difficult to go into public places because I'm starting to cry. I'm quite an observant person, so I like to be able to know what people are thinking or what they think of me or whatever. And if I don't know what they're thinking, sometimes that affects. Oh my god, why am I crying? I feel like such an idiot right now. Yeah, so I don't like going to new places because I just don't know what people think. I don't know how much they're judging me or whatever, because I just don't. Anyway, when I got to secondary school, I think that's when things started getting really bad. So I think I did make a friend on the first day. I made like one of my closest friends, Melissa, first day. Unbelievable. She honestly is one of the best friends I've ever had, and I'm like so thankful for her that she honestly, she just accepted me on the first day, like not even like, but even before I even got into the school building, like we were on the bus, and it's just like, you know, so I'm thankful for that. But I did get bullied in school, and I think that was probably my worst case of bullying, but I took that to a whole new level. I don't want to say names or whatever, because I just don't want to call out, because I'm not going to be like, oh, that person's like this rude, you know, son of a what's it not and whatever, because at the end of the day, what I went through helped me to be the person I am today, and I am just emotionally stronger than I was then. I wouldn't say I was weak, but I couldn't cope with the situations I can now, and being in that situation somewhat helped me, but somewhat broke me. So I got bullied in school. I wouldn't tell anyone. I don't think I told my mum. I didn't tell my teacher. I think my mum found out at one point and she forced me to tell my teacher, but I don't remember telling my teacher, because I was scared that if I got that bully in trouble, that bully would do something worse to me. Yeah, so the bullying. Oh, did I mention that I was still one of the few people, I think there was like maybe two black people in the secondary school as well. Yeah, so it got to the point where I was crying a lot. I was researching how to bleach my skin, how to get eye implants and change the colour of my eyes, how to make myself anything than what I am right now, or what I was. Yeah, so I'd be like, I'm saving up to get skin bleaching and whatever. And I think it's horrible for someone at the age of 12, 13 to even be thinking about bleaching their skin because this person doesn't accept them. That's beyond messed up. Like, why would you want to do that to such a young person? And I mean, nowadays I wouldn't even think about bleaching my skin. Like, I love myself, and I think that's one of the reasons I was so torn, because I didn't know much about self-love and just loving yourself. It was more one of those, I care more about what people think than what I think. And the more that people kept putting me down, the more I started to believe it, and the more I started to think, do you know what, maybe they're right, and maybe I should do something. So not only did they bully me, but I started to bully myself, and I think that's something you should never do. Even though I still do it now, I wouldn't recommend, like, don't do it. So yeah, I mean, I did go through a lot. I went through phases and stuff. I mean, I don't want to say this. I hate talking about depressing stuff and sad stuff. It's gonna make me cry. I didn't cry that much. I don't want anyone to see me cry. And my mum watches this. I don't want my mum to watch this and feel sad. Yeah, but yeah, because she didn't know. Oh, okay, give me a moment. I actually tried to commit suicide a couple times. Yeah, I know it's stupid. It really is. It really shouldn't be an option. And then I resorted to other things like self-harming. But I did manage to get out of it, although I never told anyone. I would even lie to my mum. I remember my mum saw a scratch on my arm this one time, and she asked me, what happened to your arm? And I told her, I got pushed into a bush. You know, like, anything to hide my feelings. I was just so scared of expressing myself, and that's why I'm such a balled up person. And I find it hard to express my emotions. I really do. But I'm getting better. I do try. And although everything I went through was hard, and it was a battle, not even just against other people, but also against myself, I got through it. I'm getting through it. And overall, it's made me a way stronger person. I've learned that, you know, other people's opinions shouldn't matter to me, and it shouldn't affect the way I act and the way I live. And that I don't need to find anything in anyone else except myself. And if I can accept myself, it really doesn't matter if other people do. I think the bullying stopped at around end of 15, 16, when I learned to stand up for myself. I never before stood up for myself, and I learned to stand up for myself and just, you know, I started to care for myself, and I started to love myself. I'm 18 now, and I would say I didn't start loving myself until I was 16, 17, you know? Although it could be classed as a late time to start to just appreciate yourself and love yourself. I'm happy that I do, and I feel like there are so many people out there who don't. And, you know, other people's opinion really shouldn't matter, and it shouldn't affect you in the way that it does. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't give anyone the light. You shouldn't give anyone the power over you. Only you should have that power. You know? People will attack you and beat you down and whatever, because they don't want to see you blossom and grow and just be the best person you are. Or sometimes it's because they're getting beat down and attacked, and you don't necessarily have to be the person to fight back, like, physically. emotionally or just verbally, you can reply with kindness still, because sometimes someone else is going through a tough time, and that's why they're giving you a tough time, because they don't know how to express their selves, because they too are being beat down. Oh, okay, I think I've had enough of this story today. I didn't want to drag you down. This is a really long video. Wow. So I think I will talk to you another time, and I truly hope from the bottom of my heart that just anyone, even if like no one watches this, or just anyone, like everyone, just finds love within themselves and just learns how important they are to this world, because we were all put in this world for a reason. Like, there's no such thing as a mistake, because if it was a mistake, it wouldn't have been done. Okay. Thank you for watching. Love you.